Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to this game. I think it's called the Time Crystals, the Crystal of Time. I, eh, the name is obviously kind of forgettable, and there's no way for me to pull it up, except for I guess I could go to the main menu and look at it, but I don't care enough. So we got a crystal, and then the directive is to search for clues for the next crystal, which is good news because I was really afraid that we were going to be completely done with the game at getting the first crystal. And if that was the case, I don't know what my fear really was because, like, this puzzle we still haven't figured out. So, that wouldn't make a lot of sense, would it? Or this puzzle. I don't know what, I mean, yeah, there's tons of puzzles. I'd forgotten them all, hadn't I? So I need to cut the glass. Of course, now I don't know where I'm supposed to be or looking. This game has a love to make you just wander around. Look at every place a second time. And maybe do the puzzles the second time. Or maybe do the puzzles a third time. I mean, that would be rather rage-inducing if I had to do puzzles a third time. It's pretty rage-inducing doing them a second time. Hmm. See, the issue here is it doesn't look like it doesn't look like anything changed. Hmm. So let's just hit the hint and see where we're supposed to go. Alright, the greenhouse. I didn't go look in the greenhouse. Okay, that. No indication, no reason whatsoever that we would need to go in here. And here they are. They're gonna make us do the greenhouse hidden object puzzle a second time. This time they want us to find the hand fork, the crossbow, the fly, the whistle, the penknife, the faucet, the plant hanger, the rope, the bell, the satchel, the flower pot, and the sundial. And some of those objects we found the first time. Let's see. Just click on things as we go. There is definitely a problem here when the most important part of your hidden object game is the hidden objects. And I just don't want to do them because I've already done them once before. I only have enough patience in me to play a hidden object puzzle once, and barely that much. Uh, Obviously, I'm probably not the target market for hidden object games. I'm not so sure there is much of a target market for them. Uh, wow, I'm missing a lot of stuff. Satchel, fly, plant, hand, fork, shovel. There we go. A couple more objects. But I'm not sure how many people really like these games. And how many people just install them on their cell phones to play. Play one a day. And even if you were going to play one a day, you still would end up having to install several different games. Nobody makes a hidden object game I think that has like 360 different puzzles. That would be a lot of work. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't think people put that much work into these games. I was amazed in Mirror Mysteries. I think that was the name of the hidden puzzle game. I was amazed when it had voice acting in it. I was like, wow, that's amazing. Of course, that game disappointed me in many other ways. I've yet to find one that is flawless, a hidden object game that's just like, yeah, this is what they should be like. I've also thought you could probably make a pretty cool three-dimensional one of these if, like, if you did it in Unity or Unreal, probably Unreal, and it was like Skyrim where you could walk around and control things and pick up objects and look under the other objects. That would be pretty cool. You'd have to figure out some systems so that you don't pick up the one object you needed and accidentally knock it out of the way into some corner you can never reach again. Right, here's a rope. Plant hanger is left, and a whistle. I didn't even see what the plant hanger looked like the first time. I guess I'm making it only more difficult on myself by just randomly clicking. Aren't I? And yet, nothing is really going to stop me from doing it. Give me a hint. That was the whistle. That was the plant hanger. And now we have a faucet. Was there a faucet that we could turn? Like down here, was there something? Yes. And that gives me a capsule. And what do I do with the capsule? I assume we go back to the house with it. And go back to this room with it. Capsule here. Nope. Capsule here. Okay. So one needs to be at 3 and 4. How do I control this? Uh, hmm. 3 and 4. Or is it supposed to be 3 and 4? The green. Okay, this does translate it. We're getting a slow skip increase here. I guess we want to do it. So then 12 and 18. Or is it 12 and... No, it's in the wrong order. 2 and 18. So 2 and 18. Right? A pointing. Okay. And then... Let's see. Number 3 would be 12 and 18. the green crystal is, and then 12 and 10, where the statue is pointing, obviously. Let's see, 7 and 6. Spyglass is pointing. Oh, I was wrong. So that's somewhat helpful, but not quite helpful because I don't have the object I need to clean the spyglass. So if I just fast travel to the beach, that probably should have fast traveled to the backyard. Like this, I can't see a thing. I need to clean up the lens. So, areas that have puzzles I haven't done yet. Twice. I haven't done twice yet. That is the more accurate way I should have said that. Nope. Why can I only travel in time at certain points? I think I'm gonna need a hint again. I mean, I can't imagine even playing this game without using the hints. It seems... Oh, we found it. Without a hint. Do this puzzle again. Violin, glove, darts, washboard, handkerchief, coin, bracelet, film reel, cards, jade figurine, chopsticks, cameras. Well, we got the jade figurine before, we got the violin before. Let's see. Handkerchief. Here's the camera. Is that something? That's something this time. I kept clicking on it before. Film, reel, coin, whatever that was. Music bar. Piece of paper. Click on all the pictures because why not? Here's playing cards. Coin. Bracelet. Darts. We're looking for a washboard. A handkerchief, chopsticks, and darts. Not this candlestick. Not that. Here's some darts. Are these not darts? Yes, they are. Washboard. It's gotta be hidden somewhere. Somewhere pretty obvious. Pretty sneakily. That almost looks like a washboard, but it's more of a tie rack. Well, handkerchief and washboard. Now, nothing in the plant. Champagne hidden there. Well, give me a hint. Really? It was right there in front of my face. That's annoying. That's annoying. I can feel my focus is slipping. I'm gonna get worse and worse at this game. If I don't manage to wrap it up in the rest of this recording, I'm gonna actually have to call it an evening for myself and relax my brain a little bit. Recharge it. Recharge it like this hint button is slowly recharging. Come on, handkerchief. Can we find you before that happens? It's just straight up to the point of clicking. Oh, it was right there. I didn't even see it. So we have that handkerchief now. We can go to the backyard, travel one this way, use the handkerchief on this, clean it up, look here, and what do we see? I guess we see where we're going, and so we can use this. So I need to fix the engine to start. Find a way to get to the island, find the necessary pieces in order to fix the boat. Another hidden object puzzle. Life buoy, trumpet, cigar, backgammon, nutcracker, puzzle cube, milk, yarn, soda, cross mirror, jerry can. Jerry can. Haven't heard that phrase in a while. Just clicking on everything. This one seems kind of simple. I say that now, and then as soon as I say it, I'm gonna run out of luck. So what are we looking for? Left, a trumpet. There's the trumpet. Across, a mirror, a cigar, and a jerry can. Let's see. Cross, mirror, cigar, jerry can. Is that the mirror? No. Here's the cigar. There's the mirror hidden in the background. Cross and the jerry can. There's the cross. And the jerry can, where are you? If I am thinking right, a jerry can is an old-fashioned can that has a pump on the top to build up pressure and pump things out of a spigot. If that's what I think I think that's what a jerry can is. It used to be used for like oil. Nope. Apparently a jerry can is when they use plastic cans. Is that enough to fix this? Before filling it with gas, I need some parts. So it's run around the whole island again, isn't it? Find another set of things that we have to do. Another set of puzzles. Really? Going for number 3. Oh my goodness. Amazing. Amazingly cheap. Number 3. Or is this number 4? Where's the skip button on these now? I'm looking for a meat grinder, a pulley, a statue, glove, spiked wheel, snail, crossbow, seahorse, bell, butterfly, watering can, wire. I should be getting better at this, and I bet I'm not. Let's see. because it is kind of different objects each time. I should be getting better at this, but I'm not because I'm not really remembering or even recognizing that I'm finding objects. I'm just clicking. Man, this is awful. I mean, how many times do you think they thought they could get away with this? We're gonna find out, aren't we? Just do the same puzzle 5 times. Why not? Why not just make a game where you have to do the same puzzle 100 times? Why not? Just make it so I have to click on every single pixel in the picture for no reason. Looking for a crossbow, a butterfly, a statue, and a gloves and a bell. Statue. Looking for gloves and a bell. There's a bell. Let's heavily rely on the hints at this point. Just hit it as soon as possible. Spend our time as rapidly clicking things. Otherwise. Now, if it's a crossbow, it's gotta be somewhat curved. And you would assume that that curvature would make it difficult for it to be hidden. But apparently, not really. What gets me about hidden object puzzle games too is there's often a lot fewer objects than you might think. There we go, we found the wire. That's helpful, but I imagine not enough. Let's go ahead and just skip to the car and see if there might be anything here. It'd be funny if you could do like the wire right there and bypass the circuit breaker for some silly reason. Well, not doing that puzzle again, I guess. Not doing these puzzles again. Is it really just the wire and that's it? Have we somehow lucked out and they've decided not to make us do things 3 times? Of course not. Alright, bread, fork, pretzel, grater, candlestick, tray, star, glasses, funnel, clothespin, thermometer, axe. Alright. Let's see. Bread, grater, clothespin, axe, funnel. Just clicking everywhere and saying random words, not with any real relation to the two. Clothespin. That's an interesting one. Fork was this wooden fork. Thermometer and funnel. There's the thermometer. So a funnel shouldn't be that difficult to find, really. It's a big round thing with a hole in it to make pouring easier. Shouldn't be that hard to find, and yet they found a way. There it is. So now I have the funnel. So the funnel, the gas, the wire, that kind of makes sense. in a strange way. Is there anything else? We still have this glass that needs to be cut. Let's see. Wait a minute, was there a hidden object puzzle here? I don't think there ever was. That's the strangeness of this in particular, is the game honestly has many areas where you don't have hidden puzzles at all. So obviously they planned for more and then didn't get around to it, and to make up for it, they just cheat out and reuse the same ones over and over again. Alright, so hanger, shuttlecocks, jewelry box, binoculars, glove, statue, feather, coral, ashtray, bell, record, hose. Let's see, binoculars, statue, bell, shuttlecock. No, that wasn't a shuttlecock, but whatever. Flowers, record, binoculars. Oh, the binoculars, one of them, okay. Mask. We're gonna end up clicking on every single item at this rate. Nothing is going to waste. Every piece of this puzzle is gonna be required to be found. It definitely feels like that's the case. So we're looking for a feather, a glove, a hanger, and a hose. There's a feather. Let's just liberally use this. Here's a hanger. Might as well use it when we're down to about 5. Maybe it will give us the one that we were gonna miss the most. And then by the time I've clicked everywhere a few more times, it'll be recharged. There we go. Shuttlecock still and a glove. Now the shuttlecock is for badminton. There's a little ball with the feathers on the back. Although now it's not really feathers, now it's like a little plastic round netting, hard kind of plastic spiderweb type thing out of the back. I remember when it was actually feathers, like 3 feathers just stabbed into the back of a ball to cause drag. We need a glove, we need a hint. There it is. Can't believe I've been missing it that whole time. So we have a hose, and we have wires, and we have 2 pieces to fill up the thing. And good thing I checked here. Now we need the wallet, the ruler, the tiny key, the padlock, the pin cushion, stethoscope, ice cube tray, coins, scorpion glove, and cards. Let's go as fast as possible. As much as we can do. I suppose I should just click on the things I've clicked on before. Let's see. If I get the things done I've already found, That will at the very least lower the number of things I need to even bother thinking about looking for. Let's see. So now we're down to a ruler, a fork, a scorpion, and a coin. I swear the coin was somewhere around. Where were you, coin? We're down to 3. Let's go ahead and take a hint for this one. Now we're down to a fork and a coin. Where would the fork be? Fork, 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 fork. There's the fork. Where's the coin? I thought the coin was somewhere over here, but I guess it wasn't. There it is. Now we have the tiny key. So, can we get back this way? This way. So, my prediction to the getting to the other island is we're going to have one, maybe two scenes, pictures here, and that's going to be about it. If it's anything like getting into the middle of the maze, not a ton of stuff happened there. So I'm gonna just fast travel now to the boat shed and hope that I have enough things to fix the boat. Feels like I should. Funnel, this, hose, alligator clips. The boat is ready now. Okay, let's go. Well, what do I do to navigate to the island? Okay, you just click there to walk there. It's not enough that I'm on a desert island, it's so foggy. It's also foggy. Alright, well we see a hidden object puzzle here. At least it's something new. But I'm sure they'll make us do this 3 times too. We're looking for a boat, a teddy bear, a mace, the pendant, the feather, the spoon, the corkscrew, the butterfly, the magnet, the anvil, the telescope, and the fishing rod. Oh, isn't this the boat? That seems a little redundant. I've never seen a hidden object game where you clicked on one of the major elements that takes up 90% of the screen and it would disappear. That would be kind of cool. There's a butterfly. There's a telescope. There's an anvil. Hat. Mirror. That. 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 We need a boat, a feather, and mace and a spoon. Here's a mace. There's feathers on these arrows, but I guess that doesn't count. Fish. Here we are. Here's the spoon. We'll take our hint. That was the boat. Was that supposed to be boat cover or something? That looked like a piece of fabric. Looking for a feather now. Where are you hidden, feather? Right there. we get the fishing rod. So is it 2 locations or just one? Do we go in the building or? Let's see. The seagull is guarding something. I must make him fly. Fishing rod to the seagull. Here we go. I could cut myself with the glass. Fine, then use the fishing rod. We have the hut key now. The door is closed. Of course it is. Come on, use the key. Gosh. For a thief, she sure has a reticence to kick down doors. She's some weird kind of thief. Like, here's an axe they want me to pick up. Here's a gas lamp. These helping circles of items you can pick up aren't even very useful. It's too dark to see in here. The chest is missing handles. Let's just do this. So we're looking for a toy, a comb, a globe, a fan, a teapot, a bone, glasses, rose, bell, flower pot, mushrooms, trowel. Alright. And just click on everything. There's a globe. Might as well click first and ask questions later. There's no penalty, obviously. I've been playing this whole game just clicking on things. Bell. It'd be kind of bad if the game at the end told me, you beat this game in this many clicks. Try for a lower score next time. That'd be so bad in 2 reasons, because 1, no warning of that it was scoring me, and 2, nobody's ever going to play a hidden object puzzle game twice. That would be silly. Maybe like if 10 years plus have gone by and you've absolutely forgotten it, you'd play it again. But I honestly doubt I'm going to forget this game. After making me play the same hidden puzzles 3 times in a row, or 3 times in general, if not in a row, yeah, I'm not gonna forget that. Little star here, kinda out of place. We're looking for mushrooms. Where are you, mushrooms? Where are you, mushrooms? Have to wait till the hint recharges. So I might as well try to move around efficiently and just click on everything. Come on, you sneaky, sneaky mushrooms. I've yet to see anything close that even closely resembles. Alright, hints is back. Right there? Didn't I click on those? Wow. I wonder if the game is actually holding back if I click on something too fast in between clicking other things. If that is the case, that's even worse. Pickaxe to that. Trowel to that. Nope. How about a gas lamp to you? How about a trowel to you? Pickaxe to you? Nope. Not gonna let me throw anything at him. It's not really that difficult to get rid of a bird. All I have to do is throw something at it. It'll fly away, or it'll get hit. Either way, your problem is solved. Let's go over this way. A fountain. All I need is a bucket. This is like a creepy Cathedral type place. Pickaxe. Trowel. I get ring handle. Okay. That's cool. There has been actually an incredible amount of easier solutions you could have done to... Ooh, this is super creepy. Who puts a graveyard on a deserted island? That is super... These statues look like they were holding something in their hands. Interesting. The cemetery gates are closed and I don't see a handle. The ring handle apparently not what they need. So... Now, hidden object games often do this to you. They'll go in wild directions. We started here going to a house. That's all we did. We're going to a house on a very ridiculous quest. Past the cemetery is our next quest, I guess. Trying to find our father who's been missing for 10 years. So I have one handle. Give me a hint. That wasn't enough of a hint there. There's something to click on apparently. Ah, right here is a bucket. And I got a fish. Alright, that makes more sense. Alright, fish for the seagull. We now have a sapphire. And trowel. Well, we have a blue crystal and a sapphire. And I don't feel like those objects are the same, though. Was there something here to pick up? I think there was. Give me another hint. Where do I go? Just point me in the direction, hold my hand, take me to each location so I don't have to mindlessly wander throughout the entire game. I could make it through these walls with something hard. Like a trowel? Like a sapphire? Like a blue crystal? Like a pickaxe? Okay. Pickaxe was the solution. Seeds. Matches. Sulf. As in sulfur. A new article by a new guy. Everybody ran except for me and the master. He's trying to do something crazy in his cave lab. Today I saw him again with all 3 crystals. He wants to turn on the machinery, go over there and take the others back. I asked him not to do that, but he wouldn't listen. He also told me that if things don't work out, I should hide the crystals and get out of here. So did the one guy hide the crystals or the other guy hide the crystals? Interesting. This is a strange puzzle. Seems like I can do it right now though. That's not right. Just compare all of these things to each other. None of them look right. Start with this one. That matches. this doesn't quite match. This doesn't match at all. That does. There we go. Those two are done. Let's see. Here's one. I think would go right there. This one's a big gold question mark. I think that one works for that. How about this one for this one? That looks like that works. This one is still wrong. I think this one is definitely wrong. Like that right there. Yeah, this is still wrong though. This one actually goes here. This is right, this is right, this is wrong. Where does this one go? Nah, that's not it either. That's right. This goes here. So I think I've got everything matched here except for this one. There we go. So it looks like everything's right. What am I doing wrong? This one, 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 and that one. All right. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. All right. So I must have something here that's just ever so slightly off. Like one that looks like another. And like maybe this and this. No, that's not it. Maybe this one and another one. Wish the game would point out which one it thinks is wrong. And I'm getting close to pressing that skip button. Like, yeah, I guess I could just do this. Just line it up straight like that. I mean, this has to be the solution they wanted. It wouldn't make any sense any other way. Hmm. Maybe this is wrong. But if this one's wrong, I don't know what to replace it with. Hmm. Hmm. These others look right. Help. Place the border pieces so they can blend in with the ones in the middle. Oh. You have to pull this little rope here. Okay. We got the ring handle. Let's click over here and start working on this hidden object puzzle. Flask, lantern, egg, still life, iron, cutting board, or gem, briefcase, nutcracker, gears, scissors. Let's go. Still life. Gear. Looking for an egg. Look at all these gems. Still life, light bulb, skull, lantern, still life, whatever that was. Looking for an ore, a couple more things. We're looking for an ore, an egg, a cutting board, a flask. This looks like a flask. Here's the ore. Scissors. Let's go ahead and take that hint. I'm no longer ashamed to take hints at all. Just save us all some time. While this will probably be at least 4 hours of gameplay, which is longer than some DLC I've played recently, it's still not great experience. It's only gonna make it that long because of very repetitive gameplay. Where's the egg? Where is the egg? Egg, cutting board, and scissors. Cutting board. Now just egg and scissors. Come on, where are you? Give me another hint. There's the egg, just that white blob right there. Now, the scissors. Where are you, scissors? Now at least I only need to look for one thing, but I feel like I've already been all over this place. Obviously it's not true. Obviously the solution's there. There they are, just hidden. Scissors. Good. What else is there to do? Some Tower of Hanoi puzzle. I can solve a 4-tier Tower of Hanoi puzzle pretty easily. Except for, I should probably decide, move all the discs to the 3rd foot. Good. Then, that means we want it such as this. Tower of Hanoi puzzle is a ancient, I think, Buddhist puzzle where they were afraid that the world would end, and their guy told them that surely God wouldn't end the world if you were still working on a puzzle, so they did a 100-disc or more puzzle just all day non-stop, moving it from one to one. It follows the rules that you can only put a smaller one on top of a bigger one. You can't put a bigger one on top of a smaller one, and you try to go from the left to the right usually, and you almost never get a small key at the end of it. Uh, it's exponentially more work each like ring you add to it. So if you're doing 100, it would take you a lot longer than if you're doing 99. But the strategy is always the same, and you saw me quickly employ it there. It's it's not very difficult. It, you just have to kind of understand whether you're doing an even or an odd, and where you want the evens and odd uh, towers to line up so that you can move things correctly. Take this ring handle, stick it here, open this, we get this. The master is very pleased with our work on the maze's fountain, but we now have an even odder request. Something happened last night because he seemed scared and I could hear him say senseless things. He asked me to take him to the island and pick him up the next morning. He was holding tightly to one of his crystals. When I brought him back to the continent, he didn't have it anymore. I suspect he hid it in that cursed place. Past the cemetery. It's closed. I need to find 2 small keys. Seriously? Seriously, you need to find 2 small keys? There's something behind it. I need to cut the lining. How about with the trowel? Can you cut it with the trowel? How about with the scissors? We now have 2 sapphires. Small key. Usually you just use the same key in both locks. We have like sulf that I think needs to go back. We have seeds that I think need to go back. We have matches and a lantern and sapphires. Wow. Let's see. Let's quickly see if maybe the sapphires go in the hands of the... Looks like they were holding something in their hands. Doesn't even seem to be true. Matches, gas lamp, matches, seeds, solve. And the map? Well, now I could go to the island beach, or I could go to the ruins. Nope, can't make it to the ruins yet. So let's just quickly see where the game wants us to go. Really? We'd already been there. Well, I do have seeds now. I guess I could plant those and then use the trowel on them. And do what now? Sulf, matches, sapphire. I feel like I'm still short water. Interesting. Interesting. So, as we approach the 3rd hour of this game, quite easily at least an hour and 45 minutes of that being simply because I could have gotten the bucket. These boards could be useful. I need to cut them somehow. Alright. Wow, I'm gonna come back and get the boards too. Yeah, I'd say at least an hour and 45 minutes of this has been repetition. Now we have a water bucket. Now we have a rose. And hmm, maybe the rose opens this. Sapphire, sulfur, matches, gas lantern, blue crystal. Hmm. Is it each statue? No, it's just those two. Hmm. Well, that's where we're gonna end it for tonight and for today, for me. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.